So, check out what we're doing on the Hoopty farm today. Yeah, those are acorns. Why in the world are we shelling acorns? Alright, so we shelled acorns. Anyway, for days. And no, this isn't all we got. We got this plus what we already ground, which is right here. That's a gallon bag. Yeah, about that much so far. Anyway, first thing we did was we dehydrated in that. You can do it in a solar dehydrator outside, but this time of year it's not very warm. It takes like, I don't know, forever and 3 days to do it. And you can grind them on a stone with another stone or whatever. But anyway, we've got electricity and a blender. So we just put that dude down on liquefy right yonder. And we just give it the business. I'm going to give you a little fair warning that number one, if you ain't got days to spend on this, you probably don't want to do it.
Yeah.
What we're doing, we're making acorn flour out of acorns off of our property. And there's quite a process to it. You get your acorns picked up. I mean, it's simple, but it's not easy. You dehydrate them, you shell them, and then you put them in this blender here like this, and you grind them up into powder. Now, I'm just going to give you fair warning. You may want to turn the sound down here in just a second before Mama hits this, because I'm telling you, you might want ear protection to do this, because it's like you're grinding up a bunch of gravel in here. It's like creek gravel. Now, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, hit it, Mama. So there's about halfway through. See how it's just chopping that business up? All right.
But it's not the end. You still have to.
Hit it again. All right, so now that it's down to like sand, it's kind of like play sand. Now what we got to do is you got to put it in water. And the reason that you do that is because it's got what's called tannic acid. They also call it just tannins. And you got to get all those tannins out. That's all that bitter taste that goes in there. And too much tannins are not good for you. A little bit is actually fairly healthy. But if you get too much, it's too much. And it'll make you sick. So this is kind of what it looks like here. We're going to, what you do is you do about 1 part of your acorns. And then you do 3 more parts of water. And then you pour that on, you let it settle, and you take out the water. And then you do that about a half a dozen times until it doesn't taste bitter anymore. So
hopefully in the end you'll have a product you can use. But right now I'm feeling very not too optimistic.
It's gonna be
feeling optimistic about it.
It's gonna be fun. So anyway, we're gonna get to this next part.
Oh, it's right there. Go ahead.
All right, so this thing's full. Well, we already dumped 2 in here. So we dumped 3 of these dudes in there. So that's going to be, let's see, 3 times 3, 9. How about that? Not bad. Even a guy like me without a college education can figure that out. So we need 9 of these dudes. What's a big old bowl?
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Oh my gosh. Is that bowl going to attack it?
I'm sure it will. I hope it will. Let's see. If not, we're just going to fake it. What we'll do is we'll just put as much as we can in here. And we'll stir it up and we'll do our thing and let it do its thing. And we probably should have done this in other containers.
Yeah.
But that's all right. We don't do things like we're supposed to here on the Hoopie farm.
No, we do not.
We do things like we want to do things here on the Hoopie farm. That's the cool thing about being a Hoopie. It doesn't matter. As long as the end result works out. Looks like we're going to get about 6. So we went 2 to 1 instead of 3 to 1. Big deal. So
It's like it's bubbling trouble.
now, if you look at that, dude.
Wow. It's like a bunch of beans.
Yeah, it looks like when I make beans, don't it, Mama? Alright, so now I need my spoon. And we're just gonna kind of get the water all the way through it.
And we have to do this 3 times.
6 times.
6.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, so you gotta let it bubble.
This is when you're
all that.
thankful for when you just have to go to the store and pick up flour.
Yeah. Yeah, but regular flour ain't gonna taste like this. If you smell this, it actually smells like roasted hazelnuts. I mean, it smells like those people who drink that foo-foo coffee and put all that junk in it instead of drinking it black like a man. Anyway, it kind of smells like a foo-foo coffee shop in here right now. So, anyway, we're going to stir this dude here real nice and easy. We're going to let it settle down until this water's pretty well clear and it's all settled. Then we're going to scoop the water off the top. Then we're going to fill it back up. Then we're going to scoop the water off the top. And then we're going to fill it back up. And we're just going to keep doing this for several times and over the next couple of days until it doesn't taste bitter anymore. So we'll be back. Okay, so it's been a couple of days of changing all this stuff out. And the water now is a lot clearer than it was. Still got a few little floaties here on the top, but take those off like that and dispose of them. But what we're going to do is we're going to take all this water off now, and then we got to dehydrate it again, because now no bitter taste. How about that? So anyway, onward. Okay, so we got most of our water out of there. Now we got to get the rest of the water out of there. So we got us a pot, a strainer, and some flour sack towel. It's kind of like cheesecloth, only a little bit, a little heavier, not much, but I use it for straining my berry juice and all that when I'm making jelly. Anyway, so we're gonna put that in that. We're just gonna let it set, let it drip, 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 drip for a few hours, and make sure we get as much water as we can out of there, and then we'll start dehydrating it. Next, got our stuff in here. She's drained out, good as she's gonna get. We're gonna put her here in this pan and dry it out again, and voila. So now I'm gonna set this dude up here in the sun. We're gonna let her dry out as much as possible. You could do it on really, 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 really low heat in the oven, but we're gonna just kind of let it do its little thing. It's really not very damp, but it's damp enough that it needs to dry out the rest of the way. So anyway, next, and finally, we're on the last step. So, here, this is after we dehydrated it again. You see, and it's kind of like rough sand, you know, or light gravel. So, now we take and we put this in our fine grinder. Isn't that pretty? You are going to be surprised at how well this little crazy thing works. You can put that in there, put the lid on there. One more time, a little bit. All right, and then, look at here. That is fine powder. I mean, that stuff it's just like any other regular flour. So then we just put that in our baggie, man. And we're gonna start cooking with it before long. I'll show you a video of what we're cooking. So anyway, thank you for following me on this long adventure. And I know it's short for you because it's only a few minutes, but for us it was a long adventure. So if you want to see any more of this kind of craziness, just tell me so in the comments. If you say, hey stupid, get back to cars, I'll be like, alright, well, I guess I won't share this no more, but I think it's alright. So till next time, y'all keep watching, I'll keep working.